How far will you go to prove your love? For Chike, falling for the madwoman was easy, but staying through her storms may cost him everything, including his sanity. Once upon a time, in the sleeping village of Umumba, nestled between the mountains and a dense forest, there was a man named Chika. He was a quiet, introspective soul who worked as a tailor, fashioning clothes for the villagers with great care. Chika was known for his modesty and kindness, but there was one thing that kept him apart from others. He never sought love. Despite his good looks and charm, he remained unmarried, lost in his world of thread and fabrics. One breezy afternoon, while walking back from the forest where he gathered herbs for years, Chika heard soft laughter drifting on the wind. Curiously drew him towards the sand where he found a young woman dancing barefoot in the fields. Her long unkempt hair flowed wildly as she twinkled, her laughter carrying a strange mix of innocence and melancholy. She was the village madwoman known as Amara. No one knew her story. She was just a madwoman by the river, dismissed and often ridiculed. Chika was captivated by her freedom, the way she laughed without inhibition, her joy unchained. There was something beautifully haunting in her eyes, a spark of something he couldn't place. He watched her from a distance, mesmerized, and even as she disappeared into the woods, her image stayed with him like a song he couldn't shake. Days turned to weeks, and Chika found himself drawn to Amara, secluded part of the village. He would leave food for her by the river's edge and sit at a distance, watching as she devoured the meal like a starved child. She noticed him, of course, and though she never spoke, her eyes would meet his briefly before she turned away. One evening, Chika mustered the courage to speak to her. "Amara," he called softly as she splashed her hands in the river. She turned to him, and for the first time he saw her expression shift. Softening, he wasn't sure if she understood him, but he continued anyway. "I've brought you some food. You don't have to run away. I won't hurt you." Amara gazed at him, her lips coiling into a soft smile as she stepped closer, just enough for him to catch a faint whiff of wheat flour. Then, with a playful laugh, she took the bread he offered, nabbing on it as she watched him curiously. It was the beginning of the unspoken bond, and inexplicable connection that seemed to defy logic and reason. As weeks turned into months, Chika became Amara's silent companion, a figure she grew accustomed to seeing by the river each day. He spoke to her as if she were his dearest friend, sharing stories of his childhood, dreams, and even his fears. Amara never spoke back, but her presence was comforting, a balm for his lonely heart. Villagers began to notice Chika growing attachment to the madwoman. They whispered among themselves, mocking him for wasting his time on a lost soul. But Chika paid them no mind. To him, Amara wasn't just a madwoman. She was a mystery wrapped in beauty, a riddle he longed to understand. He saw beyond her white exterior, sensing a world within her that she could not express. One rainy afternoon, Chika found Amara shivering by the river bank, soaked to the bone. He quickly draped his cloak over her shoulders, guiding her to a small hut he had built nearby to keep her warm. As they sat in silence, listening to the rhyme of the rain, He gently brushed her tangled hair from her face, revealing soft, delicate features that seemed to glow even in the dim light. Amara, he whispered, his heart pounding with a mix of fear and longing. I don't know why, but I feel something for you. It's strange, but I can't ignore it. For a brief moment, her gaze sharpened, her eyes reflecting a flicker of clarity. She reached out, placing her hand over his, her touch gently yet trembling, as though she were a butterfly afraid to land. The following day, Amara surprised Chika by guiding him to a hidden spot in the forest, a place where wildflower bloom in a wreath of color. She smiled, laughing as she picked a daisy and placing it in his hair. Chika laughed along, his heart swelling with an overwhelming feeling he couldn't explain. One evening, Chika shared his feelings with his family, expressing his wish to marry Amara. His family was horrified. They argued, warning him that a madwoman would only bring him shame and misery. But Chika was resolute. Love, he believed, did not seem madness or sanity. To him, Amara was not mad. She was simply a soul with a different rhyme, a song he was willing to dance to. Despite his family disapproval, Chika proposed to Amara by the river, where they had first met. He knelt before her, holding out a simple ring fashioned from a twisted vine. She tilted her head, her eyes wide and filled with wonder. Then, with a soft, childlike smile, she nodded, slipping the ring onto her finger as she laughed gleefully. Their days together were filled with simple joys. Chika taught Amara the basics of sewing, and though her stitches were clumsy, she delighted in the task, her laughter filling the small home they shared. They spent evening watching the sun dip below the horizon, their hands entwined as they whispered in the quiet. But the happiness was short-lived. As time passed, Amara's burst of madness grew more intense. She would have moments of lucidity where she was calm and serene, only to be followed by sudden fits of terror and confusion. Chika stood by her side through it all, comforting her, holding her through her storm. He never wavered, his love a constant anchor in her chaotic world. One night, Amara disappeared. Chika searched frantically, scouring the village and the woods, calling her name into the darkness. Days passed and his heart sank with each passing hour. But just as he began to lose hope, he found her by the river, her body thin and frail, her eyes vacant. She looked at him as if seeing a ghost, her expression a mixture of fear and relief. He took her in his arm, carrying her home as she clung to him, her grip weak yet desperate. That night, she spoke for the first time, her voice a broken whisper. "Thank you for not giving up on me." Chika's heart shattered and healed all at once. He promised her he could never leave, that he would be her sanctuary, her safe place. Together, they weathered countless storms, each one strengthening their bond, weaving their heart into an unbreakable tapestry. Years later, when Amara's spirit finally slipped from this world, Chika sat by her side, his hand clutching hers, a gentle smile on his face as he whispered, "I love you, Amara. You have been my greatest joy." In the quiet of the night, he buried her by the river, under the windflower she loved so dearly, and each day as he walked past, he could hear her laughter in the wind, a sweet reminder that love, even in madness, is as eternal as the mountains, as free as the rivers that flow through Umumba.